Ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We're going solo. I'm hoping to get a co-host soon. But this is well-certified approach of trying to do something from studio. In the reigning downtown studios, Balloon Studios in downtown Holly Hills, a half a mile from the old Cronolette Park. If they played in the bowl, if you didn't have white shoes on, if you walked down the hill and stood around the field, so you stayed up by the ballpark, by the hell they call it, restrooms and locker rooms. And it's a rainy day down here in the Holly Hills. Poor people who had the tornado come through, they got this going on, they're scared. You hear sirens and you don't know what's up. So here you go. We're trying. We got the Class 4 Missouri State High School Girls Final coming up tomorrow. But we're here right now out there at Fenton Park, soccer park, the some kind of name, Worldwide Technologies Park. But here it is, man. It's a semifinal. They already know the winner. The winner of this game plays Cor Jesu Academy tomorrow. And there you have it, man. You got, they won 7-0 against Nixa. And she only got 4 today, Maddie Di Maria. And so it's really a spectacular deal. They took that, and that was at the first half. She scored 3 in the first half, and the first after intermission, and then they probably took everybody out, and then they had the girls play. To get some skin in the game here, man. And you didn't come to the finals to sit. Put me in, coach. I'm ready. I showed you what I can do. So there you go. We have St.Dominic going left to right in their famous blue. And then you have Lee Summit West. They're in white. And, both schools have a long tradition of winning. And that's the way it is. I guess Lee Summit's a little bit before you get to Kansas City. And, they love it. They love to play ball. They've been around for long enough to know how to. So we'll see how this all works out. I got nothing but, I got a couple promises. One of them is going to be, there's not going to be anybody saying, "You got to be kidding me." No way. Come on, we're better than that. No. And I guess that's the only thing I will not say. And on a full disclosure, ladies and gentlemen, it's the allergy season in St. Louis, and I got it. I mean, the pollen, the pollen and the mold, holy cow. I'm maybe a mile, 2 miles from the river, a couple blocks from the Cronolette Park. We live in a forestry district. We got nothing but trees. And I mean to tell you, you feel like, geez, well, you've been out all night, you got pneumonia, you got this, you got that. Hey, man, you get allergic to something, and baba boom, baba bang. So my buddy, oh my goodness, it was, Lee Summit had there was a 2-on-1. Or 1-on-2, right? She's going, I mean, she's a powerhouse looking gal. Going to, against the two of them, they split the ball. She hit, boom, on her right foot, and she, puts it up over. She would love to have that back, probably 9 out of 10 times she scores, but not today, man. St.Dominic, the Crusaders must have put a little scare. Here's another one. Oh, that was wide, but from the camera angle, it looked like it went past the keeper into the net. Oh my gosh, that was something. They're splitting the defense. They've seen enough, and that's where they run. And mamma mia, baby. I mean, Lee Summit, holy cow. They got white uniforms, and they haven't sweated or nothing. They're, doing pretty good. So here it is. I don't know where I left off at, but that play on, says the referee, play on. So what you got going here, man, Lee Summit, I mean, they're just touching it really nice, and they're touching it to where the Crusaders are not. They're not hitting the ball to where a Crusaders at. But everybody now, nice little chip from the St.Dominic backfielder, and it's gonna go out of bounds. They get a throw in. So Lee Summit's got a throw in there, a couple yards from the corner kick flag. And they could box him in here pretty good, nicely. Well, it goes to her. She dribbled between two. She split the defense. I mean, they must practice this about splitting the defenders with a dribble or a pass. But St. Dominic's all up. They're standing. They're proud, and they're moving. They're moving up. They're going to attack. So here we go. Nice throw in down the line. She tries to turn. She can't because the winger took upon herself to defend. Transition, boom, put some pressure on, and there you have it. You see on the screen, you see gray color. He's in shorts and his rain gear. Guy just got into the Hall of Fame several months ago, and putting the team together, and this is where he wants to be. At the end of the season, you're in the Final Four, man. Take it from there. Well, because of the high pressure, the Dominic Crusaders got their first corner kick of the game. They got it. Oh, they had another one earlier, but here it is. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Off the top of the head. Usually if you don't hit the forehead, it ain't gonna go, but you never know, right? I mean, you hit it off the top of your head, off of a defender's forehead into the goal. So the Lee Summit took a nice, she hits it to the wrong color jersey. Here's a break. Whistle. I guess she was offsides. When so many times, you get the ball from the keeper, and he or she, they put it out there, and there you go, but it comes right back. So there's a, oh, I know how to solve this problem. And there you go. You have it from there. But just to be able to kick out, it's like hitting a wall. It's going to come back faster, And if people were thinking it's not going to, well, it's going to. All the time. So there's 28:49 left. All right? Just for all you mathematical folk. It starts at 40 and works down to 0. And in a lot of cases, it's got to read 0, 0, 0, 0, losing games under a minute with 0.6. It happens. And it's a beautiful thing. Because you have to understand. There's no place on the field you can give it up to stop playing. There's no time or place in the field. Every place, every time is a danger. It's dangerous out there. That moment can win or lose a game. That moment can put you in a hurt. So this is what we're talking about, being present. Well, the Wales present here at the throw-in, and throw-ins, okay? There's a reason that you have a throw-in, right? But there's a reason why that long throw-in was so, because it gets better. With the long throw-in, oh my God, you're really playing. Well, you could really play on short throw-in. If you practice it and understand, you have the ball, keep possession of the ball, know what to do when here's a shot. Oh man. And that's what I've seen is on throw-ins. You have the ball and you throw it away, or you give it to a person that there's no way that they could control it and be of any service. But I'm here to tell you, folks, back in me day, oh my gosh, it was like, oh my God, the world's not flat. A guy would come in front of the thrower, and he would throw it, and it hit the guy's back and come right back to the guy who threw it. What an amazing play. Shocked everybody. And you have the ball, and you got something to do with it. Very nice pass work from, great keeper. Oh, and a defender. Oh, I mean, that was, man, that's where the deal comes. Almost, just a back and forth, a little very nice pass work through the St.Dominic Crusaders. And a gal hits it at a predetermined area, far post, and the goalkeeper comes out and stops it, right? But she bobbles the ball, and there was nobody there to pick up the rebound other than her fullback, who kicked it up and out of danger. But oh boy, it's almost like two. You gotta have the numbers. When you take a shot on goal, you try to have two to go. Come in for a rebound, and you go to different places. You don't both hit the same area, and so oh my goodness, it's just so many things teams and players ought to be skilled at, and there's really not a whole lot of time. You gotta the player has to be so open to be able to say, all right, I'll learn this, I'll study this, I'll master this, I'll practice this. Yeah, all for the game. So it seems as if the blue of St. Dominic is starting to control the ball with little passes, and then they move from there. Anytime they try to do any really individual effort, it kind of gives up the possession. But, and I can't stress enough, watch out trying to work the sideline all the time, right? Because on one side of the player is what we call the sideline out of bounds. So if you hit the ball across that line, that means it's out of bounds. So you only got one way to go. Well, I mean to tell you, over there, you see the blue, so you figure it's St. Dominic, but all the boyfriends, all the backdoor Johnnies, all the, stage door Johnnies, all the soccer fans from St. Dominic are across rooting on the girls of St. Dominic, and the girls all show up for the boys' games, that's for sure. So it's a program there. Is the ball coming up? Oh, it's out of bounds. So close, so magnificent, so could have been, would have been, should have been, but it's going back, and it's Lee Summit's ball. There seems to be some substitution going on. A lot of times with these whistles and stoppage of plays, it's all about the, the substitution. Everybody goes up to the center line from their benches, and that gives an indication, hey, there's soon to be, when you change possessions, there's going to be substitutions. If they don't have microphones, then you may not see it. But I've seen where the referees have microphones and headsets, and it really is a kind of a cool thing, for sure, But, the communication of everything, it really means something. So here we go. The sun's out in Fenton, Missouri. How about that? There ain't no sun on the south side. South side is dark. And there we go. Now we got it. So they're splitting the defense again. They know their triangles. Oh, you see a coach talking about the triangles and how you circle around the triangle and this and that and the angles and move up back, which is like a chalkboard right there on the sidelines. And I found that so incredible, is that you would take a player coming off a substitution and you would talk to them on the sideline of saying, hey, this is what was presented in front of you that could have had a moment for us, but because you made a decision or you were unaware of the situation, that it didn't happen for us. It was a lost opportunity. Well, how to explain it? Sometimes you be verbal, sometimes you can put it on a piece of paper or through what they call body language, verbal and nonverbal communication skills. And it helps great. I've been a witness to several just master classes of seeing that, and the player goes out and does something, gets the ball, and totally is a total different person. But now, you know, and that's the thing. But you got to be open for it. You got to be able to want to learn. You got to have the 1-2. I mean, guarantee, you know. If you don't have the 1-2, you know, you say, oh, man, I got to listen to this. You know, well, it ought to, well, you think that these teams, these 4 teams, Cor Jesu, Nixa, Lee Summit West, and Dominic, St.Dominic, they take this seriously. They love the game. They want to know the game. They want to be about the game. And you could see it. It's different. You know, even their mistakes are not even able to be made on a lot of games. So, you know, I mean, there's some skill here for sure. There you go. You know, that passing is so important. Here's another opportunity. Oh, elevator. Hey, she did it. She did it. Yes. Takes the ball. You think it's up in the air and she's not going to be able to. No way. She handles it down off of her thighs, roll it down to her feet and right into the net, and keeps her balance in the penalty area, not falling down. So this has really worked out great, you know. And you know, you as a goalkeeper there, sometimes you're frozen. You think that the fullback will get the ball, or you don't know. You know, you want the ball to hit you, but sometimes it doesn't. So you have to be prepared to spread out to be able to get that ball, and to really you feel it if you're looking of what that goalkeeper has to do. Now she comes out and makes a nice handles the ball nicely on a cross, so that's good mental toughness. But there's always a opportunity to make the save. And nobody's going to say nothing about somebody hits a bomb. You say, that was some beautiful play there, man. Couldn't, you know, unstoppable. But there are times when, you know, what do you, in the transition of play, what do you do? If you're a fullback, what do? Do you keep your eye on the ball and go to the ball? You not ball watch, you go into a space to cover a player or something, or what do you do? What, you know, and all these things are in the mind, and the only way it gets in the mind is somebody talks to you about it. You talk to somebody about it, or you study the game. So here you are. We 1-0, 17 minutes left in the first half, and you know you got Lee Summit saying, "Hey man, this could be a 1-0 game." Well, my gosh, you know, you got a whole another half, but you got over 16 minutes left for this half. It ain't over, baby. Don't make it over. But if you're not mentally there, your body shape will tell you and everybody else, and you'll not be able to make that play that you want to, because you're not in a good, proper mindset. So there's a shot from somewhere way out there. Took a shot, but it was on goal. I mean, hey, you know, it's not a roller. It's, you know, it was a banger. The goalkeeper had to be in the present moment to stop that. Hats off to the guy. You got to shoot to score, and you practice that. But if you hit it in between the pipes, hit it in between the wood sticks, there you have it. You got an opportunity. Very nice punt from the St.Dominic goalkeeper. And so, you hit a ball a certain way, and you have the opportunity of this. A, your teammate is going to get the ball in a good position, and or your opponent's going to knock it out of bounds. So, when you distribute a ball like that, your chances of success multiply, compound in interest. So here comes the white of Lee Summit, and when you're out there, you have the ball out there past half line in between the circle and the sideline, and you're looking up and you're tapping the ball, and then some players come. It's been my experience, you're going to lose the ball. All right, because you have no direction. You're standing there as if nobody's around. It's okay when nobody's around, but when somebody's around, hey, you got it. Okay? Pass it, quick dribble, up the field, sideways, do something positive. So there you have it. There's a player, and then there's players. And the players, they play, they practice for those big games. And they want to shine for the big games, for the big moments, And they know that, hey, they're emotionally going to keep their wits about themselves, and be consistent. So this is really some good coaching on, Dominic's doing a hell of a job. Another one. Go with it, just it. And it was an opportunity. She knows it. Everybody knows it. But, wow. One player can really make a difference, right? But if that one player doesn't shoot it, passes it, it takes her teammate to finish the deal. And as a player that's down, and anytime you see anybody struggling on the field after being knocked down, there's concern. So, yeah, she's still down, and she's not staying down just to be, I need a drink or something. She's down because she can't get up. So we'll see how that goes over. The trainer goes over, and she's given the situation. She may know her previous injuries and that it happens. So, she's moving around that foot and that ankle. Is it here? Is it there? Oh, it's okay. Tender, just tender, just tender. Can't put any weight on it yet. But she's up. She's limping off. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. All right. Let's see if it can happen. Put some ice, elevation on it, maybe some type of compression. It should be okay. If not, because it doesn't look good. She looks like she wants to pass out. That would be so nice if somebody would come on the other side of her, if she's struggling. Oh, well, I'll tell you, I just had the birthday. Well certified had a birthday. I'm 68 years old, and I'm telling you, if I go down like that, hey, you got something with wheels on this thing? Yeah. You know, Mamma Mia. Or, you know, or I get it like a stretcher with rollers on it. And I could, you know, muscle it across, yank it back, crank it, you know, and get all around because I ain't walking it. Well, 12:25, ladies and gentlemen, 1-0 St.Dominic. And, you know, there's life. On a pitch, you can sense it, you can feel it. And it's not, I don't see it, you know. Dominic is just keeps on pressing and pressing on their defense of seeing, you know, it's helping. It's being successful that you put some pressure on Lee Summit without doing what they want to do, because they seem like they're a special way of doing stuff to where certain players go certain areas and they work off of that. But if they can't make that situation out of nothing, and that's why it's so important, you know, you have the team has to know. Everybody on the team, there's no wink link, you know. All the teammates have to know this is how we want to play. And this, here's another great defense. Now the goalkeeper comes out. Very nice play by the goalkeeper. Very nice play. Is that, and all you youngsters, take note. When the ball is out and the other players have already had their opportunity and it's away from them, and you're over here, go over there and get the ball. You don't have to stand there, ball watch. Come on. You know, this is your area. This is your house. You know, I see something, bang, I'm on it. And you have to do it without being, you know, all that. Sometimes it's just somebody yelling at you, Wales, come out. So I was thinking about it. I was a little slow, but, you know, so that type of stuff really works as a team. Oh, okay. St. Dominic's they won a corner kick at 9:44. You got some substitutions coming in. And we're going to see something. Well, I'm going to see it. You're going to hear it. Okay. A nice cross. Ladies and gentlemen, the approach to the ball. It has to take two different ways. A goalkeeper learns about an approach to the ball. All right? Trying to get behind the ball and go up to be able to catch the ball before it goes to the point where you jumped at. All right? So you're jumping up behind the ball. If the person, the field player, you have to go between the point of the ball that you can hit it, and the goalkeeper. You got to get in front of the goalkeeper in order to be successful. You start jumping up like a goalkeeper. Hey, you're not a goal player. You're a forward, and you have to do the business, okay? Because the ball won't come to you. Because the goalkeeper will take it. The goal player will take it. So it was a dangerous situation with Lee Summit West, and they took it from danger and out of all, there's a Lee Summit girl down. That's probably why they wanted to make some time to help her out. Oh. She's that type of forward that's a game changer type of gal. And she's got it up around the knee and the calf area. And she's on her back. And they're attending to her. Oh, she's up. She's up. Now, they have two. No, she don't need nobody. She just hit that knee, maybe knocked kneecaps. They're showing a repeat of it. And she go, oh, yeah, smart. It knocking kneecaps, Oh, how about that, One player don't feel it and the other is in complete agony. So that's what happened. Way to go, player. And so that's the situation. And I think they gave, they stopped the ball and they're going to give it back to Lee Summit. That's good sportsmanship. No, they're gonna play it where it's not gonna go like Lee Summit's not gonna hit it to to Dominic. Okay, so she passes it over. She passes it and goal side. It takes a little time but they're working the ball nicely as a cut. But that's nice. That's nice defense by St.Dominic covering up. Somebody wants to go down the line and you're over there. If she's not coming over to you, you got to go over to her. Ba-ba boom, ba-ba bang. All of a sudden, she thought she only had one girl to beat. Now she's got two. Makes her think. And if you're not a thinker, you won't be able to be an actor. So there it is. We have 6 minutes. 6:58 to be exact, left. And there's no injury time because the referee stops the clock. And no stoppage, no referee stoppage, there ain't no clock stoppage. So here's a goal kick. And Lee Summit bringing it up. Oh, if that ball gets a couple inches in front of you, you ain't going to get it unless you're traveling to it. And when you're having the ball at your feet and you look up, you better know where it's at. You don't think that the ball's going to not roll. It's so hard, to have it all just so precise and to do it right. Oh, another play. Hard play. Lee Summit got a little hip. Great play by St. Dominic. at the cross, I mean, an inch here and there, bang, you don't know what could have happened. But it hits the goalkeeper, and, you get a little tender. And you want to string it off. You don't want to go out. But you don't want to. You want to make sure you're okay for your team. So I think I had something really good to say, and I didn't put it down. We at Wales Certified are in need of a producer, intern, to know how about everything. To edit, how to market it, how to download it, upload it, how to keep track of the whale, and this and that. So, and hey, how about go and get some coffee, please? And you don't have to have so many sugars or milk. I'll take it black, thank you. But here it is. Oh, and that dreaded, you try to hit the ball across the field at midfield. Danger pass. You don't need to do it. There's no reason to do it. It's a thing about having vision from an angle to be able to look at the flag, the side of the flag, on the side you are, and the goal, the center of the goal, or even the back post. And having that triangle come to where you're at. Look at that. That's where you're playing. If you look outside, if you go horizontally across, you say, huh? I don't know. I don't have eyes in the side of me head. And a gal comes up and steals the ball, and there's nobody in the back there. So all these times, these opportunities, they're fleeting. So you have to be situationally aware of the situation in order to be well certified. Okay. Oh, here it is. She's got the ball in midfield. What is she going to do? It's because of St.Dominic. They're pressuring. They're pressuring. They're not ball watching. They're not, well, it's your ball. You handle it. They're working as a pair. They're working as a team. So it's very nice. It looks to me that, Lee Summit West is a little tired. It looks to me that, they have, bigger bodies and they need more oxygen, I believe, But they're the Nats of the Crusaders of St. Dominic, they're getting around pretty good. And I guess that's where the substitutions come in. Where if you have a bench, you have the opportunity to do the deal. But if you don't have nobody on that bench, man, you're going to have to play. So, once again, it's your mind. Mind over matter. So, you may want to, but you can't if your mind says. So, here you go. It's winding down. 1 minute remaining. One minute remaining. Oh, it's a race for the ball. Yeah, Lee Summit got a throw-in out of it. 40 ticks on the clock. Everybody running up, a lot of white shirts, not now a lot of blue shirts. Okay. That ball bounces up and hits you in the hand. You know what it is. Yeah. Knock it out of bounds. Knock it out of bounds. You know, there's one team that wants it out of bounds and another team wants it inbounds. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. At the first half, you have St. Dominic 1, Lee Summit West 0. All the girls, their team is all hopped up. It's a wonderful, wonderful sight to see. Everybody's ready to go over and get some stuff. Well, ladies and gentlemen, if you were at Worldwide Technologies Park, the old soccer park, they would do the penalty shots right now. You know, 2 people selected from either school, for both schools, and then they do this, you know, so it's kind of like, oh man. And you try to get a girl and it's a player, or you're a little guy and it's a player. You know, you get a David and a Goliath. It's show business. I'm not about show business. You know, I mean, it's a deep art and science. But this way, you have P.T. Barnum. That's how you entertain people. And then, you know, you got your snacks and everything. But here at Whale Certified, what you got is what you're going to get. You're going to get what it's about. And aren't you ready? Is that it's about the situation that you're going to be so happy about. You're going to find out what's going on at Whale Certified. Yeah. And what's going on at Whale Certified is that we're looking for sponsors. Oh, yeah. Everybody is, huh? Okay, but in this case, we'll say it like this. The ones that are listening and the people that you're liking, sharing the podcast to are going to hear about the wonderful ways of they've been twisting since 1920. Gus's Pretzels, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, it's a St. Louis deal, and they are the best. They don't have to take a back seat to anybody. They have the best, just a stick pretzel or a twist pretzel. And if you want to put some garlic on it, they got that for you. If you got, I like a cinnamon stick. All right, we got that for you. I want a chocolate sparkle, candy sparkles on it. They so happen to have it. Then you say, what? Yeah, I'm going to tell you. They got a sausages wrapped in pretzel. They call it bratwurst. Worse, you know, hot dog, zazitza. That's an Italian sausage. And let me tell you something about something. You eat one of those, you say, what? You know, should I get another one? Well, you better beware. And so that's the whole thing, is that instead of eating all the pretzels by yourself, you get a friend and you have friend food. And so that and that. And then, hey, they got the St. Louis root beer. You know, that company we all know. And it has nice root beer, very nice root beer, plus other stuff. all the brands in there. And then they have Ted Drew's ice cream. Oh, what? Don't call it ice cream around here. It's concrete. They got the yogurt, frozen yogurt. And it's really kind of a surprise. You don't know what it's in there, but you know it's okay. But the deal is that they have that. You know, a little tub of it, you know, bubba boom, bubba bang. So, plus, you go into the place, it's on the corner of, that's why we need a producer. That's why we need that intern. Arsenal, you know, a block from 55 in Arsenal, across the highway from the Anheuser-Busch Brewery. And they're up there, I guess it's Arsenal and Limp Avenue, right there on the corner, across the street from a Shell station. Magnificent location, parking around back. And the whole idea is this. You get out, you go in, and they have these pictures on the wall since 1920. Then on one side of the wall, you see, well, they got windows, and you see outside, you know, street, you know what's going on, and then you see the windows of how they make it. They got the ovens right there, the rollers, and it's teamwork, baby, at Gus Pretzels, and you see it right then and there. They're not kidding around when they talk about team. They're just, you know, that's how does it go? It makes teamwork makes the dream work. So when you're biting into that pretzel, baby, you know it isn't than one person or two, or it wasn't made somewhere else and they came and put it in the microwave for you. No, sir. This was made fresh right on the premises. And so you go up, you say, hey, the whales sent me. Now, they may do something for you. I don't know. Yeah. You know, we'll talk. We'll negotiate. But the whole idea is to try to get them to be a sponsor. And I'm asking your help in going there and saying, hey, I'm with Whale Certified, and I'm Whale certifying you right here, right now. What kind of discount do I get? What do I get? And they have, you know, all the swag of Gus's Pretzels, and it's just, and then, oh, I forgot, man. You want a dip? To dip your sausage in? To dip your pretzel in? Oh, baby. And, hey, why is Johnny just eating the dip? Because it's so good, Mom. That's why. Yeah. So the whole idea is that they have dips. And I mean to tell you, the Whales has tried each and every one, and it's all Whale certified. So you got a lot of stuff. And don't feel freaky, you know, to be standing there looking around. You know, you could stand and look around and let people go as you go, and you're not going to lose your spot. People will help you out, you know. And they say, oh, no, you were here way before me. I seen you. Go in, you know. Because that's what happens to people who eat Gus's Pretzels. They become friends. They become friends, ladies and gentlemen. And Whale Certified has nothing but friendly encounters and experiences and memories of my whole life. From vendors selling on the street corner and going into their location. So Whale Certified, ladies and gentlemen, is ordering up. Get yourself some Gus's Pretzels. Guarantee. And they have them in stores, frozen, in the frozen section where you have the twisted or the sticks, and they have salt so you can get the salt on it, and they, put it up in the microwave and have them at home. So there's no reason to be left without Gus's pretzels anymore. And they have little, where they take the stick and the ends, what they call the ends. And I mean to tell you, baby, you got a bowl full of ends with a little dip and forget about it. All right, here's the kickoff for the next half. They've had their schooling. Now it's all about the doing. Who wants it? St.Dominic has to give up 2 to lose, and they're coming in on a breakaway. And a shot, another one. 2-0. Great. One play. One ball over the top at a very composed forward. Takes the ball down, settles it, hits far corner. Very nice. At midfield, she goes right over the top. She runs into the ball. She does. It bounces once, and she follows through as she's running, hitting the ball into the far post. What she's done 1,000 times this year already. So it's a very practiced move. It's very smooth. So now they blow the whistle to start halftime. Less than a minute. They're up. Now they're 2-0. This Lee Summit, they have to put everything they have of getting the next goal. Make it 2-1. There's one game. You don't want Dominic to get that third one. That's 3 nails in the coffin. That's enough to set you in there. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. They score. And here comes. They're just shooting from any. You got to shoot to score, and they're trying to hit a bomb. And so it's a very statistical type of thing. First goal usually always wins. Then you have, sometimes you don't. Then it's 1-1, and then they go, and then it becomes 2-1, and then they become 3-2. You win. So it's that type of yin and yang. And but you gotta have, such an emotional ownership in winning to come back from 2-0. But it's possible. But you're fighting yourself, you're fighting the opposition, and you're fighting the clock. So here you have it, ladies and gentlemen. People were giddy, but they realize there's 36 more minutes left. Correction, 37 more minutes left. Holy moly, that's a long time to think about what you got, because you may not have it for long. But man, the boys are kind of, they're on needles over there. I guess that's the Crusader guys. I don't know if they come from Lee Summit or not. I don't know. But anyway, there you have it, man. You got some opportunity here to really do the magic. And now they give it back. This keeper from St.Dominic is very good with her feet, and so it's very easy to go back to work the ball out and keep possession. So it's a magnificent thing. Now, you know that I know that you know. Both of these teams were schooled on to say, hey, man, congratulations, you got here. There's 2 games. You could play for the championship tomorrow, or you could play for 3rd place. your choice. And you know you're going to play 2. So you don't go, you got to win, right? That's the most important game. But after you have, if it's not a dog-out grab, if you got some time, the opportunity, hey, take it easy, Save yourself for the next game. Here, substitution and a throw-in for Lee Summit down at the end of with the goal, at their goal. The substitution for a thrower. They take the ball. She goes back. Oh, it was an opportunity. They're working it over. They're going back. They're going in the middle. Here comes, here's an opportunity. Oh, ball across the goal mouth. Man. And the camera is not zoomed in. You don't know if that goalkeeper hit the ball out wide or, she dove and it went further than her out of, to the sideline. But it was a danger moment. There was a golden opportunity. Here's another one. Oh, there you go. As a goalkeeper, you're in it. Oh, man, this is tough. But then you see the touch come off the forward, and you say, it's like taking candy from a baby. Yeah, baby. And you better watch yourself because they're coming in and they're going to try to kick your hands and your head and anything else they can, and they're just, they're upset and they don't know what they've done to you. But here it goes. Very good. These wingers that come out and they get the ball and they go to the end line or cut into the goal. They're either going to get an assist, a goal, or a corner kick. And, these are the mind games that you have to win. If you win more often than not, you're going to be very successful, individually and as a team. Here's the corner kick. Those Crusaders, they want to get the next goal. They want to get that third one. Here it comes. Great corner kick. Hit, out, boom. Back in, out again. Okay, so they got the ball. They're going to rearrange it. Going to set the table, as they say. So they go out to the wing. It was an hitting the ball between 2 teammates. When it's precise, it's not one side or the other, the teammate, I can't get to it. I can't get to it. So there it was. So here you go. You're coming back, you do it again. You set the table. No more long passes. Let's keep possession. Short passing. The tip of the spear, when you're not ready for it, it's the opponent's going to get it. So each player, here's a one. It's a semi breakaway, and she presses it. She gives it. Another. It comes. She's wanting to pick up a penalty kick. Sorry, not today. No whistle. So there you have it. Oh, man. And there you have it. It's kind of like it's their way, modus, it's their MO. Is that the ball comes to them and they take a touch, usually a bad touch, and they got to take another touch. It turns into whatever I got going, and you get the ball. Where they learn, good first touch to get you that next touch, or you just bang it from the get-go. And St. Dominic got their 2 goals because they had that situation correctly. And, coming from the Wales, Lee Summit had 2 opportunities at least, if not more, to do more with the opportunities they had they had that mindset from the get-go. But, it's hard to break a habit. I mean to tell you, And so here you go, the Blues coming back, and there you go. You got a White, but when the White gives up the ball, when they get the ball and they try to distribute out, they have, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have 7 players, plus the goalkeeper, so that's 8. Ladies and gentlemen, there's only 11 on the field. So they have all these players back here and only 3 up. So most of the time, anytime they hit the ball out, if they don't hit it way up there ain't none of those 3 are going to get it. So that's the problem we're having here, is that they're getting they're easing the attack, but they can't hit the ball out properly, so therefore the old-fashioned Chargers, Crusaders of St.Dominic, they wait there, just pick up loose balls, because they're up 2-0. And I mean to tell you, you're going to hear it. Get your pen and paper out. This situation is like a 2-headed coin. All right? They're both heads. And so what do? You stay back not to give up the 3rd goal, or you go up to get the next goal. At some point, it's 29 minutes left. You got to say, hey, man, we can't have 7 plus goal player. We can't have 8 behind the ball and 3. No, we got to say, hey, up here. And we got to start keeping the ball up there. All right? So this is a good opportunity to start. They got a goal kick. Let's see if the girls of Lee Summit can figure this figured out, because there's a lot of Lee Summits. She's looking around. She looks as she's going to put the ball to her left by her body positioning. She turns it around and goes up center, and she got possession of the ball. And now, man, that's some good play from Lee Summit. They crossed the ball. Oh, now Lee Summit's got the ball. Yes. Oh. Every time I go, oh, it's that touch. Oh, very nice. Hit right at the keeper, just a little soft loft. And then, what do you got? You're coming out from there with bad body language. Are you shaking it off to get ready for the next play? Or are you staying in that quicksand of negativity? This way we got that, and you can see it, and you have to understand it and get out of it. It's no blame game for me. Everybody is the team. Everybody contributed. Everybody didn't make their chances or, got beaten by chances, but everybody had a chance. And it's not, just, oh, she didn't do it. She didn't do it. No, it's nothing like that. So here we go. Oh, there he goes. Oh, the ball. Oh, composure. Back line of the Lee Summit West, just very nice. So they have the ball. They're bringing it up. They look like they're in control of what's going on. Then it stops, and then it's that super touch, and then losing the ball with all the little gnats of the Crusaders from St.Dominic, biting at your ankles, getting the ball, and then they have it somehow where one of the forwards up there is doing a run. So they must have, like, if you get a ball in a certain spot, hey, go down this way, loft the ball in this way, she'll go and try to get it, all right? So it's a combination of team knowing, because that's why you got it out. You got the pen and paper out. Here it is. The person without the ball is the most important person on the field. The person without the ball is the most important person with the ball. The person with the ball, they're a fool if they expect someone to do something when they're not them. When that person makes that move without the ball, oh, it's golden, and peaches come out as pass. The passer hits out so beautifully, it's just magnificent. But if nobody's moving, they're going to try to make something out of nothing, and that's what they get. Absolutely nothing. 100% of the time. So stop and understand, this is the show me state. The person without the ball is the most important person on the field. Okay, and there you have it. It's coming down now. The time is no friend of Lee Summit West. It's 24 minutes coming down. It's going down. All right? They're not adding time. They're subtracting. It's going down. So more times. How many times you got to get up the field to score? Well, I'll tell you, unless something happens, you're going to have two. You got to get up. I seen Mike Siri, I believe it was Mike Siri, hit a ball right up the center. Somebody passed him the ball from the center off, in overtime, and hits it in the net. Even if the goalkeeper was in the proper position, he might have had trouble stopping this, because this was a bomb from at the center circle, just a couple feet from the actual center circle, the spot. And he hit it, and it's just magnificent for a chance to go to the Nationals, just like this game is. So they have to really spice it up, unless they got that last moment, that last clutch, And, so here it goes. There's St.Dominic has that ball. When they have the ball, they're trying to feed the forwards. So you can't be split. You got to have just a couple, not a whole bunch. You need people in that midfield. You need people up front to score, to get rebounds. But then you need, when the ball comes out, you need that midfield to pick up those balls. And there it is. It's just another touch, one more touch. And it's a penalty. Where? inside or outside the pit? Right outside the penalty area. Oh, I mean to tell you. I guess what he'll do is that there was a foul, but he gave, the possession where, you keep playing until you lose it. So here they are. Lee Summit West. They're set up to the goalkeeper's right. Oh, right at the goalkeeper, down a half a foot from the goalkeeper, and you got to be able to get down smoothly in order to save it. And she made her skills shine because she got down nice and easy. Other times you try to chop down, the ball goes underneath you. But if you dive correctly, you get it. And even when that play, she didn't catch and hold, it was up in front that she had the defender help her out for a rebound where there was no defender, no offender from Lee Summit. So she didn't have to immediately get up to get the ball because everything's smooth. She's got her player and around 10 yards from anybody else. So great play from St.Dominic to keep it. And those are the moments that would have been 21 minutes left. They would have been down by goal. Now they're 20 minutes down by 2. So it's moving around. Oh, another nice pass. Splitting the defense. And I kind of know how they're splitting the defense now. You see it times. That's where they position themselves. That's where the forward positions themselves in front. They in between the two fullbacks. So no wonder they're splitting the defense. Yeah, they're sitting there, and no one. They have a girl on her back or off of her shoulder that's not guarding nothing. So somebody's got to go to the gal. Somebody's got to, this and that. Oh, nice play. They had a corner kick and they had a nice play. Ball bouncing around. Goalkeeper got the ball. And she puts it up there. And it's a nice punt. And there you go. You have it. That touch, fall, right, bang, boom, whistle. Okay, Lee Summit has the ball. Well, they have to understand, listen, sister, pass it to your sister in 2-touch. Receive it, pass, and go. How about that for a 3-movement act? We have received the ball, pass the ball, move off the ball. You got great save. Oh, mamma mia. The St.Dominic goalkeeper just made a magnificent save to the far post, diving to her right. You've seen several times her diving to her right. Magnificent. Able to get down low and extend that hand with the palm, parrying the ball off to the sidelines. Excellent move. Skill level. Oh, here's another opportunity. And they get a corner kick out of it. That's hats off to the Crusaders of St. Dominic. Is that that's what's going to happen. Anytime they do these types of plays, they're either going to get an assist, goal, or a corner kick. That's how they've been successful. And hats off to them. So here it is. Line up. no rush. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of having the ball in the penalty area to go out of the penalty area unless there's, an open shot. If you have, it's not like going to goal where they always have the best, either an assist, goal, or a corner kick. They're in a good, tight, hot position, and they give up the opportunity by hitting it out to somebody that is not an avid shooter, is not a avid passer, this, that, and it all messes up. So the team chemistry is working to St. Dominic's favor because they're pumped. They're pumped up. They're wanting. They're thinking. They're believing that they're going to go to the final. I mean, you got your hands on your shoulders, on your hips, and you're standing there going side to side. I don't know what that means, but it's not a lot of champion mindset there. Nice play from St. Dominic. Oh, she's got all kinds of stuff that she's going to the goal, and she just did a fantastic follow-up. Oh, there it is. St. Dominic, 3-0. Oh. Magnificent play to get open, to get the ball, to be able to go on goal, to either pass or score or get a corner kick. She shoots a magnificent ball, slow roller, but the goalkeeper can hit it and hits off the goalpost and comes back out, misses, but no, there's another Crusader taking a different path for the rebound. Open netter. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. What we have here is 16 minutes left. I want this to be known right here, right now. There's somebody in the coffin. 3 nails closed the coffin. And we all know, hey, you put a live person in the coffin. Oh, well, yeah, it can happen. That's why you only have 3, so you can eat. If you have 4, oh my God, it's hard. You gotta get out. But anyway, so you have it. Dominic's going to play in the final against Cor Jesu Chargers. And as it goes, you say, hey, 2 storybook, programs, 2 storybook alums, 2 storybook book seasons, 2 storybook coaches, the whole 9 yards. But here it is. What Dominic gave up to Lee Summit that couldn't do the deal, close the deal, I think that Mandy Di Maria can close the deal. And plus some of her teammates. I mean, they're very crafty, very composed around the ball. And so they got this and that going, and we'll see how it happens. But there's nothing to... Lee Summit was in. You know, it could have been 2-1. It could have been 0-0. It could have, been nil. It could have been 1-1. All kinds of different stories. But what transpired is that 3 championship match scenarios, situations came, and she, meaning the Crusader girl, made it happen, closed the deal. And that's some pretty magnificent stuff. Now they're taking off some of the gals that had, magnificent games, tired to try to keep their legs, and hugging the teams, hugging the teammates, all standing there ready. It's a heartbreaking type of thing. And so what happened was this. Lee Summit West could be a very good third place team. They're going to be playing against a team, Nixa, who got beat 7-0 today, and see how they feel to play tomorrow. And but somebody's got to win, right? And you knew going in, you're going to play 2, and finishing third is a lot better than finishing 4th. According to the whale, I've been there. And, when you lose a final, it's tough. It's real tough. But losing the semifinal match, man, holy moly, Mother of God, am I ever going to survive this? And you do. Because the game is to teach you. The game teaches you, yeah, you can survive. You can live a long and happy, useful life. And that's hats off to Lee Summit. Lee Summit West, they made it, and they're going to be better for it, The seniors, they go, they'll have that memory, but they can learn from that memory. And when they come up to situations like what they did this past week and this today, they can help out. So get a load of this. I got 1 minute and 1:30. I got 1:30 on here. Can you handle that much of whale? All right. Then what we'll do here is forget about it. We're going to pull the plug on it. And let me tell you something. I want you to know that I know that you know. If after I pull the plug on this thing and Lee Summit West comes back and scores 4, you go to Gus's Pretzels and you just say, the whale says, and whatever you want, it's on the house, it's on the whale. I got a nice credit there, and baba boom, baba bang. It's all on the whale. Because this is done, this is over with, forget about it. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is the solo. Now, tomorrow's a new day, and might have someone on, co-host from remote locations. But otherwise, I'm going to download it, upload it, and I hope you enjoy it. Remember to like it, share it, and comment on it, for God's sakes, Enjoy yourself. And you know that I know that you know. This has been Whale Certified, and you too can be Whale Certified if you try.